Okay, I'm going to make an attempt. I got a bunch of questions regarding how I'm fishing this setup after landing that almost 9-pound fish. And this is the best way so far. I'm going to try holding stuff up this way anyway. All right, so this is my bellows gill 5/8, and that is the owner. See if you guys can see that. The flashy, like an 8/0 flashy swimmer hook. This is not the only plastic. I've had a lot of success with the 5/8 bellows, but this is the bellows. Also sent me their bellows stick last year. This is the 8-inch bellows stick, and I'll fish it the same way. I'm gonna try to get that where you guys can see it. See that? I really like this one. This allows me to fish. Like, I like this one from the kayak quite a lot because it allows me to fish so many different ways. I can fish it like a plastic worm. I can fish it like under the surface of the water, like a fluke or like a trick worm type of bait. I can drag it along the bottom like a worm. I can fish it any number of ways. I can slow roll it with the blade on there, so I can fish it kind of like a spinner bait if I want to. Very versatile bait, and I've had a lot of success just changing the profile and going to the bellows stick. I'm just going to drop that and keep going. Let's see, we got. I'm going to keep the hook up here. Like the hook. Let's see if we can see that. See that? Looks pretty good. So both those baits, you can fish those, a variety of ways. One of the ways I've been fishing it is, just cast it out, let it go to the bottom, maybe jig it a couple times, and then just creep the reel. Just slowly reel the bait all the way back to the boat, dragging it along the bottom. It's a simple technique, but I caught a couple fish. The last fish video, that's the technique that I was using. Another one that I'm looking at here I like a lot, Lunker City Finesse. This giant 10-inch fluke-like bait, this is a musky bait I found, and this works absolutely great as well. I use the biggest owner beast hook with that one to mimic feeding gizzard shad, because you'll get that beast hook is weighted similar. So this will give a kind of a tip down look. And one thing to remember in your gizzard shad lakes, gizzard shad can get 8 inches in 1 year. So this profile is accurate size representation of what those bass are feeding on day in and day out. And I like that very much. And then that was Lunker City Finesse. And then this one, Savage Gear Dragon Tail. Very similar to the bellows, 8-inch bait, very big. The pink one, give you guys some idea. A little more durable plastic than the bellows. It's been a good bait, fishing it similar, mostly like a plastic worm or dragging it. But again, if you've got like feeders or any kind of activity, you can fish that up higher in the water column too. It's no problem. I don't want my video to run too long, so I'm going to get onto the tackle. Put that there. Put that there. Let's just put it on. Okay, so I'm fishing I've been trying out this new Shimano rod, and it is, let's see if I can get the name of it in there. Maybe not pronouncing it right. Zodius. It's a blended rod. I like it very much. It's very light, and it was a little expensive. It was like a couple $100, but it's been a great rod. Very stiff action, but it has break in unique places that I think only blended rods can give you. So I like that rod. This is Shimano. Which one's this one? The Curado, and the high gears. It's 8.5 to 1 gears. About 16-pound fluoro on there. I recommend this is kind of the jig setup that I use, the high gears for like punching or something like that. I recommend you stay with it with a setup like that, because I've noticed when this bait gets bit, it really triggers bass. They grab it and run with it. And especially in a kayak, I like having the high gear ratio reel to catch up. If you go back and listen to the last video that I did where I caught a couple fish, listen to the reel. I am in the reel and it was this reel, so it's 8 to 5 gears, and I am in it as fast as I can go to catch up to these fish. Because when they trigger on these bigger plastic baits, they really trigger and usually just head to deep water with them. So be aware of that when you're fishing. If you're in there jigging it or moving it, and watch the line. Sometimes they'll grab it and start coming right at you. And that's a tricky bite. That's how that 9-pounder got on me in the last video that I did. It came right at the boat, and all the fight was right at the boat then, because it came so far with the bait. So I don't know, be aware of that, and that's how I'm fishing these. Hope this helps. Thanks.